I'm Scott Rathgaber. I'm the CEO at Gundersen Health System, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to our campus here in the courtyard by our East Building. And I have an announcement to make. So I wanted to start with describing that, at the age of 7, Dr. John Kabara lost his grandfather to cancer, and he made a promise to search for a cure when he grew up. Dr. John, as his wife Betty lovingly refers to him, dedicated his life to science and research. Prior to his death in 2011, Dr. Kabara was known worldwide in the medical community for his breakthrough research. He had been a professor at Michigan State University for 20 years and an investigator in biochemistry for 50 years, all of it in research. Both John and Betty became passionately committed to sponsoring research directed towards specific aspects of cancer biology in hopes of uncovering new pathways to its cause and cure. In 2008, the Kabaras made a $1 million gift to Gundersen Medical Foundation to establish the Kabara Cancer Research Institute in order to carry on their commitment to cancer research and pursue the promise of a cure. Fulfilling the childhood promise made by her late husband is a responsibility Betty Kabara is proud to embrace. And over the years, she has made her own mark in supporting science, education, and research, and has been an ongoing supporter of the Cancer Institute that bears her name. It is my pleasure, along with Dr. William Agger, our Director of Research, and Dr. Sig Gundersen, Chairman of the Gundersen Medical Foundation, to announce to you today that Mrs. Betty Kabara has made a second very extraordinary gift of $1.5 million to the Kabara Cancer Research Institute. This transformational gift will be used to restructure and dramatically expand the work performed in the Kabara Cancer Research Institute. Dr. Parrott Kenny will become director of the Institute while continuing his long-standing research on breast cancer with his team in the Kabara Cancer Research Laboratory. Dr. Kenny will hold the newly established Dr. John and Betty Kabara Endowed Chair in Precision Oncology. With support from this generous gift, he will continue to work toward the rapid implementation of new advances in cancer genome sequencing, which will help our patients to access the newest personalized cancer treatments. Dr. Greg Gerda, a molecular pathologist recently recruited from the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, will assume the directorship of the Gundersen Cancer Biobank within the Kabara Cancer Research Institute. This repository of cancer specimens, collected over several decades from patients in the La Crosse region, offers unique opportunities to study the tumors most relevant to our local population. Dr. Sunny Gwynn will establish an independent research laboratory within the Kabara Cancer Research Institute with a primary focus on lung, bladder, and ovarian cancers. And finally, this amazing gift will support the recruitment of a new PhD research scientist to the Kabara Cancer Research Laboratory, which will greatly expand the scope of current research. And now I would like to introduce Dr. Parrott Kenny, Director of the Kabara Cancer Research Institute, with some comments. Thank you.
So we are honored and humbled to acknowledge this transformational gift from Mrs. Kabara, who has been a long-standing supporter of cancer research here at Gundersen. With her prior support and with careful stewardship from Gundersen research leaders such as Dr. Bill Agger, we have already built a strong basic and translational program in cancer biology. This latest gift will give us the critical mass and momentum that we need to push forward our research on several fronts and greatly accelerate our efforts to bring our basic research findings from the bench to the bedside for the benefit of our patients right here in La Crosse. With this gift, we are creating the Dr. John and Betty Kabara Endowed Chair in Precision Oncology, a position that I will hold as Director of the Kabara Cancer Research Institute. The mission of the Kabara Chair will be to perform basic and fundamental research in cancer biology, to advance the implementation of genome-guided cancer therapy for the benefit of our patients, to greatly strengthen the research links between the Kabara Cancer Research Institute and the Gundersen Clinic, and to help train the next generation of postdoctoral and clinical fellows in precision oncology research. Our colleague, Dr. Sonny Gwynn, will be establishing his own research laboratory within the Institute with a primary focus on lung and bladder cancer, and we're incredibly excited about the new program in cancer genome sequencing that we're establishing with our new MD PhD pathology colleague, Dr. Greg Gerda. Also, with Mrs. Kabara's support, we will be adding a new PhD research scientist to our institute who will greatly expand our potential for research in this important disease. And finally, we are greatly looking forward to working closely with our oncology colleagues here at Gundersen, most especially in the initial phase, Dr. Benjamin Parsons and Dr. Deval Rajaguru on their exciting precision oncology initiatives. Finally, it gives me enormous pleasure to introduce Mrs. Betty Kabara, a truly remarkable person of great generosity and vision. Betty, on behalf of all of the members of the Kabara Cancer Research Institute, we thank you for this truly remarkable gift, and we look forward to sharing our progress with you for many, many years to come.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for coming here today, and especially the Gundersen Medical Foundation for all their efforts to arrange this press conference. It is with great pleasure I stand before you today and express my happiness to be able to present to the Gundersen Medical Foundation this gift. Since my husband and myself set up the Cancer Institute in 2008, Gundersen has worked with us to create a world-class research facility. Since then, I have partnered with Gundersen to bring a in vivo mouse module to track how cancer travels, a brand new sequencer machine that can identify the gene in the cancer cell so the oncologist can design treatment to eradicate the cancer much more quickly. Various other equipment has been added. In October 2015, Dr. Per Kinney became the director of the Kabara Institute. He is internationally recognized in many aspects of breast cancer. He was the associate professor in the Department of Developmental and Molecular Biology at Albert Einstein College of Medicine in Bronx, New York. Also joining him from New York was Dr. Sonny Gwynn to introduce new methods of cancer research in tumor progression of the bladder, kidney, ovarian, and lung cancers. With Dr. Kinney and his associates, I felt that we could bring research to a whole new level with this gift. Even before making our first donation to Gundersen, my husband and I had never had treatment here. And since then, he was treated for congestive heart failure in 2011. He passed away. More than 2 years ago, the great doctors here saved my life. Not once, but twice, due to 2 different cancers. I feel certain I would not be here without them. This brings me to my quest of helping others defeat this dreaded disease which has touched almost everyone in America. The future plans that are being made with this gift will dramatically expand the work performed in the Kabara Cancer Institute. I believe it's already been described how the money will be used, and I'm extremely pleased with all of that. Finally, the gift will greatly extend the scope of our research. This is a great opportunity for Gundersen to make a transformational impact in basic cancer research. Dr. Kinney said this gift will help them achieve the momentum necessary to move their research from the bench to the bedside. I would like to thank everyone here again for coming. Thank you very much.
Once again, I'd like to thank Betty for her support and her humanity for caring for other patients who are going to benefit from this generous and transformational gift. Thank you very much, Betty, for your support, and thank you all for coming today for this exciting announcement in the history of Gundersen. Thank you.